Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Gregtech Community Edition Unofficial. Last time we worked a lot with our chemical reactors over here, getting ourselves some phosphoric acid, so we could make ourselves our acetone, specifically the phenol, and then also got ourselves the epichlorhydrin whipped up, so we have plenty of that as well. Now, I was going to work on getting epoxy resin today, and then I realized trying to get some more of this AE2 stuff set up, I really need to get some more auto crafting again. Because, well, it's nice to have these things. The number one problem we're running into is anything that uses an extruder. I only have one, and I constantly have to switch in and out of stuff. So I can't set that up to auto craft without getting more. So we're actually going to start working towards getting some more of those machines. And I figured the best way to do that is to upgrade our circuit assembler. So I've gone ahead and kind of commandeered my gasoline machine for a second, hoping it doesn't run out of gasoline in this hatch. So I grabbed everything that I need here. We have our uranium, our plutonium, and our air. This should work. This is a HV energy hatch. Am I missing something? Got another output hatch here. Kinda hope it's not that has stuff in it. Do I have an empty drum I can use? Answer to that is no. I do have an empty cell. Maybe? I hate having to do that, so we are going to grab out this. Just empty. Is that working? It is still not working. Is there something? There's nothing I'm missing. I got the 238. 230. Pay no mind to that mistake. See, the 238 was in there the entire time. I don't know what anybody was talking about. No mistakes made here. Alright, that's going to take us a second. So, while we are working on that, we do need to get ourselves some of these conveyor modules, as well as one of the, oh boy, robotic arms. So we're going to need a workstation, so we'll get that set up to AutoCraft. I'm going to go grab some of my rutile that I've been processing out. Workstation. Going to at least need 2 of them. Missing transistors, though. No, we can craft 1 right now. We cannot. How do we make the transistors? Gallium and annealed copper. We have some gallium oil right there. How many was it? Just 1, 2, 8. So we need another annealed copper. And once I got this up, I'll be right back. Alright, we are back here and we got our 1 bucket of radon. So I did want to remodify this so that it does not produce into those outputs. And we can grab ourselves our wrench out, rehook this back up. Here we go. Okay. There goes. So that's all done. I do need to go make a couple more ender pearls, which I did get how to make that TNT. Sulfuric acid in the chemical reactor, which is over here. We have that. We should be able to get the 2 more. Put in our ender pearl dust. I did move this so we can use this cable right here for all of our needs, making the additional advanced extruders to set up and add into our system. So there's the 2 TNT. And after that explosion, we got an additional 3 ender pearls again. Let's get those off my hotbar so I don't throw them. Do you want to plop this down for now so it's out of the inventory? Come right on over here. Hoping, I don't think that's going to be all of it. I think we're going to be, we are 1 short of using the rest of that blaze powder. Don't have any more ender pearls in here, do we? No, we do not. We have the eyes of ender. So what else can blaze be used for? Is there anything else I could do with it? That's not the bar I need to type it in. Blaze. Just, literally just the eye of ender. So I guess we'll go grab a little bit more tooling, ball it all up. I actually have some on me that might work. Which is solidifier? I think so. That in there. I don't have any more tooling on me actually. Let's go grab another thing of it. We'll be right back. As we here are back, I got the last of the Eye of Ender, so I'm not wasting any blaze. I'm gonna go ahead and throw our Eye of Ender in there, as well as our Radon, and it's gonna consume 25 or 250 liters, so a quarter of a bucket to make ourselves 1 of these Radon eyes. It'll take us 24 seconds. We only need 1. But I'm making extra just for the future's sake of needing a couple in the future. As for the other things that we are going to need, let's get those out here. We're gonna need 4 of these. Looks like we can go ahead and start those. Actually gonna need more than 4 because that one requires 2. So actually what I should have done is this one. Now once we get this done, I think what we'll actually do is we will grab out those. Cancel that now, and then we will go ahead and say, let's get 5 of these whipped up that we need. So that's going to take a second, and in the meantime, I have been cooking up some of the titanium that I've had. We got an additional 9 pieces. I know for a fact we've got another plate roller over here. It's not attached to the system, so we'll use that for a second. Get ourselves our 8 titanium plates to make an EV machine hull. Come on over here. Boom, and there is that, so that can be checked off. The emitter is going to take some platinum rods as well as 2 workstations itself. So we are actually going to need 1 more workstation on top of the 2 I already made. Especially since we're going to go ahead and craft that up here really quick. Throw that in our lathe. Actually, we are going to need additional, so it is a good thing I've been working on some titanium, because we're going to need additional ones on top of the ones we already have. Let that continue. Let's see how much more rutile I've gotten from processing. I have shoved all of my element in here, because this is the one process I have currently set up to get my rutile. So I've got an additional 12 so far. Stick that in there. It does take 20 seconds per there. Now we got 3 more. I have 4 more in a second, so we'll wait for that. Because 5 was a wrong number. We need an additional 2 more. It was a total of 7 that we needed. Forget that it does take... There's our emitter. It does take 3 for the robotic arm, and then 2 specifically each for... we're missing RAM. Is this the one that gives us the RAM? It is. Let's go ahead. Actually, I should have some RAM in there. Boom, boom. Get that 1 more crafted up. It's gonna take... It doesn't look like it'll take too long, which is kind of nice. This is where it would probably be useful to have 2 wire mills. I think that's something I do want to get up and running. So you have one that will do all of the regular, like, wires, and then the fine wires will be in a second one. So that it can kind of push crafts along a little bit faster. But in the meantime, let's look at setting up 2 of these. Missing our aluminum cables, so let's get... You're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more of those. Which it looks like I probably just crafted up 2, because again, that same issue that I said before, where I'm thinking in terms of... I haven't made all the motors yet, basically. Okay. So start the queue on those two really quick. Get them both out, and we'll start the autocraft on 2 more of these. Out of neodymium rods, do we have any more neodymium? Neo. We do. Let's go ahead and craft another 15 into... Oh, crap. That's right. Go over and polarize them. I'll be back when I'm ready to finish crafting up the last of this stuff. Alright, so those are now set to autocraft. And while those are on autocraft, let's look at grabbing ourselves 2 of these belts. Okay, and there's both those belts. Now for the robotic arm, we do need all of this. So we're going to need 3 plates. We need a small gear. Two, 3. Those. Put 1 more in there. Need the 3 plates. And then I need my gear. And this is precisely the reason why I want to get these up, because this would be so much easier if I set this up to properly autocraft. Because things like pistons and robotic arms I can't get to easily with autocraft. I actually have to provide stuff still into the system each time. So, it just doesn't work. So now for that, we're going to need another 2 rods, and then we'll craft 5 more of those aluminum cables. Let's do that. Get 2 more rods. I thought I saw the titanium right at the top, but I guess not. 2 more rods. From the looks of it, we're just going to need 2 more cables on top of that. So grab this. Done there. Grab that. Just waiting on the rods, and we can craft the additional 2 of those. Is that not... I put it in the wrong machine. Alright. I think I got a spare plate in there somewhere. What's the other thing? There we go. Alright, and that should be enough to get ourselves this circuit assembler. We're missing... Where are our mainframes? Oh, they're in the backpack. Well, mini computer, laptop. So we can take that off, take that off. Off. Need more of those in the future. There is our circuit assembler. And now, I do think the last thing we're going to want to get to is this, which I think did require that brown dye. Because that's going to be used... Oh, no, we don't need this one. We need the sodium... potassium, which that should be potassium. We need ourselves an HV transformer. There we go. Okay, so parts we are missing. We are missing the gold cable, the aluminum cable, HV machine hole. So let's get that. Need the HV machine hole. And then we just need the 4 gold cables. We'll be right back when that is done. Alright, and our HV transformer. Okay, so now with that, we can go ahead, empty out the soldering alloy, pick this up, cut up. I want to place, we need to wrench it to face down. We need to place our new circuit assembler and step up. Should. Sweet. Now I'm gonna go whip up another batch of soldering alloy. And with that, I can actually look at updating all of these patterns. Because now that I have the IV... Oh, I didn't. That's kind of obnoxious, because now I gotta pick that back up. Place it back down. Detect and submit. And now we can start doing some of our better circuits. So this one, system on chip, is the one that lets us start doing stuff, making these microprocessors. This is the one in particular I wanted to be able to do, because you get an additional 2. So this one gets an additional 3, which is nice, and we only need to do copper wire and 10 bolts, which once we get some more extruders online, those bolts end up becoming extremely cheap. Even the annealed copper bolts will become cheap. So that's pretty exciting. That'll get us to where all of these become super cheap. Just need to set up something to automatically do these things, which shouldn't be too hard, because I should be able to just wire this up and around up over here to the advanced cutting machine. I do want to grab one of my infinite water things and put it on here, so we guaranteed have that. But I would be able to wire it up to the cutting machine up here, which will make it things a little bit faster, because it is a higher tier machine than the smaller ones. But now I can go ahead and update our recipe. So let's look at system on chip. I believe I did actually have some of those SOCs. Was it this one or the wafer I wanted? Oh no, these are simple SOCs. Those are used to make our NAND chips, and the NAND chips are used... I forgot what fuzzy cards do. Those will be used in this one, so I can actually even update these, which will be nice. We just need to get red alloy on Autocraft, so this actually sets us up to be able to be much better off. So that's actually pretty nice. Once we get some more P2P tunnels online, we'll be able to do much more with this. Let's look at getting one of those system on chips. So that one requires ourselves a yellow lens. Don't remember if I made a yellow lens or not. Let's go check that out. Because if we did, that's we did. So I do have even a purple lens, which I forgot. What is that one used for? The more advanced system on chip. Gotcha. We do need this one, which requires... Oh, Oh, that's going to be the only pain, is we're going to have to get to doing some liquid air distillation at some point. So let's go grab some wafers. Get some system on chips. Does this one require... It does require at least the glowstone dot, so we'll grab 4 of those. Bring it over to our laser engraver. And it looks like it does require a higher tier. Yeah, so we're going to need to make ourselves an HV laser engraver. So that shouldn't be too hard. We could actually probably even go all the way up to Ivy here. And it does require a clean room. So that is something I will probably do off camera, is I will get ourselves a HV Just immediately made this pretty complicated now. Probably gonna have to make myself... Oh. That's frustrating. On the bright side, I didn't die. And on the other bright side, nothing else blew up. That's sucky. But we're gonna have to make ourselves a much bigger clean room here. Because this is not going to cut it anymore. Not going to have enough room for all the cables and all the other things I need. The only way I would be able to do that is if I moved a couple other things around. So that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to make myself a bigger clean room while I'm off, or between episodes here, and then I can start getting more of this stuff ready for making everything a little bit simpler. And once everything's that much simpler, we can get more things on AutoCraft, and it'll be way easier to do. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me. Bye!